Yo, what is up, guys? Daddy is back, and I've got some head-to-head gameplay here for you guys, but I'm not really going to go into it. I mean, you guys can watch it. It actually turns out alright. Of course, I'm wrong with the Cowboys. Um, but I am going to go, touch on something that happened here recently with Adrian Peterson getting, officially suspended for the rest of the year. And I haven't read anything yet if the Vikings are going to part ways with him or not. Financially, that's probably their best bet. And their teams looked all right, since not having him, which is surprising because how dominant he's been for years as a running back. But more on that maybe later. But anyway, what I will also get into is my Week 12 predictions for the week. And there's some good games, some meh games, and some games that are pretty key. Like for the Thursday night matchup, this is one of those games where you might not even watch any of it because it's the Chiefs and the Raiders. And the Raiders are winless. I think they're really just trying to shore up that first pick of the draft right now, and because they really don't have any direction. There's no consistency for them whatsoever, and the Chiefs have been red hot. I mean, enough said. I mean, they're leading the AFC West out there because of the Broncos' losses last week, and I'll get on the Broncos here in a little bit. But anyway, Thursday night Chiefs. Next game, Browns and the Falcons. This is going to be an interesting game because essentially both these teams need this win, and the Falcons need the win to stay, in the lead for the NFC South, while the Browns need the win. I think they need to win out, and they'll actually win the AFC North, which is surprising how close they are. Like, that division is actually, at least record-wise, really close. But for this one, I'm going to go to the Browns. I think, they're getting Josh Gordon back this week, then they're going to roll him. Next one, Titans-Eagles, real easy pick, Eagles. I mean, the Titans looked pretty good on Thursday night, but they couldn't close out a game. The Eagles, they have an explosive special teams, with Sproles back there. And their offense, I don't foresee McCoy getting too many yards because he really hasn't, I think he's only had like one or two games he's actually gotten, his century mark. But I think Sanchez and Macklin and that passing game is actually looking all right, which is surprising, with Sanchez. And Tennessee, yeah, I don't know. I really don't foresee them doing nothing. Maybe with Mettenberger in there they might do something, but not really. Next game, now this game is a good game. This game is a powerhouse game in my opinion, and it's the Lions and the Patriots. And the Lions are at the Patriots, so that's a huge advantage to the Patriots because they play awesome at home. Now the problem is the Patriots, I think they're going to have a lot more to deal with than what they just had recently with the Colts, because the Lions defense is stout, especially their front four. You're not going to run on it like they did with Jonas Gray against the Colts. So it's a tough one, but I think I'm going to give this one to the Lions. I'm going to go with the Lions in this one. And it might be wishful thinking because I want the Patriots, to lose so that way the Broncos can hopefully get back on the winning side and sure up, the first round bye. And get the Patriots to hopefully travel to them for the AFC Championship, because I don't think the Broncos can go to the Gillette Stadium and win. Next game, Packers Vikings, and it's at the Vikings. Doesn't really matter. You got Aaron Rodgers and that offense going. I'm going Packers. I mean, I don't think there's anything much more to be said. The Vikings aren't a bad team. I think like a team of the future kind of thing. But I just don't foresee them being able to handle, Aaron Rodgers in that passing game. They've just been on fire here lately. Next game, going to be another blowout. Colts and the Jaguars. And that isn't down anything on the Jaguars. I just think they are still in a rebuilding process, and the Colts, Colts have been red hot. Granted, they just played the Patriots, and they played them pretty well, just not good enough. But yeah, Colts on this one. Next one, Bengals Texans. This is a curious matchup because the Bengals are one of those teams that almost like the Steelers play down to their opponent sometimes, and I think J.J. Watt honestly can be such a difference maker. But you can't just win with just J.J. Watt. Hope Aaron Foster's back. I'll say Texans on this one. I think Texans going to get the upset against the Bengals because I think Foster will be back, and that'll wreak havoc on that Bengals defense and really throw them off. Hopefully Mallett can actually come out, and just heave that ball down the field. Next one, Jets and Bills. I'm going to go Bills. I mean, the Jets have looked good. I mean, they just beat the Steelers, but I think the Steelers, play down to their opponent. And I think the Bills, as long as they can punch that ball in. They've had problems in the red zone from the games I've been watching. And I think Fred Jackson's back, who, missed consistency over there. So yeah, I'm going with the Bills on that one. Now we got the Bucks and the Bears. We'll go Bucks on this one. I'm feeling froggy. I think the Bucks have been looking good here lately. And the Bears, I know they just got to win, but I think it's fool's gold almost out there. I think they got a little more problems than what you see. Next game is going to be a great game, I think. It's the Cardinals and the Seahawks, and it's at the Seahawks. So I think the Cardinals, though, are going to go in and get the win. They did it last year with not as good of a defense and a better offense, but I think they're going to go in and lock them down out there. Their defense has been so good this year, even with the loss that they've had, and their offense has been legit. They haven't turned the ball over from what I've seen, or if they have, it's maybe one or two. Next game, Rams and Chargers. I think the Rams might actually pull this off because the Chargers, they've been a little beat up. I know Rivers got hurt last week. The Rams have been playing great so far. So, yeah, I'm going to give this one to the Rams. Next game we got is the Dolphins and Broncos. And I think this is kind of an interesting matchup because the Dolphins have looked really good and the Broncos have not looked so hot. But this is at Mile High, and I think that's going to be playing more of a factor. Probably actually towards Peyton, than it is for the, overall Miami team. Because Peyton just doesn't do well in the cold, and I know it's cold out there right now. I got family out there, and I think it was -2 this week. So I'm gonna actually say I'll go with the upset. I'll go with the Dolphins. Despite I want the Broncos to win, I'm gonna say the Dolphins. I'm curious. I think they have the pieces to do it. It's just if that they can get Peyton to go to them 3 and outs, and they don't got to worry about the run game, but at all. They just got to stop those short passes, and I think they'll be able to do it. Now we got the Redskins and the Niners. I don't think this is really much of a matchup, honestly, and that's probably because I'm a Cowboys fan, and I'm down on the Redskins, and especially how they've been playing and all the comments and all that. So I'm going Niners all the way. Now we get to the Cowboys and Giants, a Sunday night game, and it's at New York. And the Giants always play the Cowboys well, but I gotta say the Cowboys are gonna come out with the win. But it's gonna be a close game, so nothing down on it. And plus, I really want them Cowboys to win. So let's cross our fingers. At least Cowboys fans cross our fingers that we get the win. And now we got Monday night game. Ravens and Saints, 2 teams that desperately need a win to stay in the playoff hunt. And it's at the Saints, but the Saints have not been doing good at home. So I'm gonna go Flacco. I think Flacco's gonna do it. That's pretty much been how it's looked so far these past couple weeks with the Saints at home. So yeah, that's my predictions for Week 12. This game is is locked up, by now, especially with him dropping that pass there. I mean, not like he had much of a chance. But yeah, so those are my predictions for the week. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down there. Like in the video if you guys liked it. And as always, subscribe for more MUT games, head-to-heads, connected franchise, and all that. And that's it for me, guys. As you see, we get the pick here to end up closing out the game. But I'll let the rest of this gameplay roll out. But I'm out. Deuces.